You ever feel like life dealt you a hand so bad it felt impossible to win? Growing up, I didn't just lose, I felt like I was never even in the game. Let me tell you how I developed my low self-esteem and how I'm still working on fixing it. I grew up in a low-income family. My dad was the sole breadwinner, supporting the three of us on a paycheck that barely got us by. Things took a turn for the worse when I was just 10 years old. The financial crisis hit and my dad lost his job. My dad tried to shield me from the weight of it all, always putting on a brave face, but I could sense it. The heavy shoulders, the quiet moments when he thought no one was looking. It hurt, and as a kid, I felt powerless to help, and with barely any savings, my dad's full-time job became borrowing money from friends and family just to keep us afloat. And then there were the red bills, that dreaded red paper in the mailbox. It was the last warning to pay. I remember how my heart sank every time we got one. It wasn't just a piece of paper. It was a symbol of how close we were to losing the little we had. Several times, our electricity, water, or even the internet connection was cut off. I'd come home from school, flick a switch, and realize we couldn't even afford to keep the lights on. Imagine sitting in the dark, knowing your friends were out enjoying their lives, while we couldn't even afford the basics. That kind of experience really broke me. Meanwhile, my classmates were out living their best life. Family vacations, brand new sneakers, scrumptious cuisines. As for me, my big adventure is a trip to the local market. Even my school supplies had a personality, practical and bland. My bags and shoes were built to survive the apocalypse, not to impress anyone. Hanging out after school? Forget it. Every outing cost money, and I wasn't about to blow my riches on, just leisure. I wasn't just missing out on fun. I was missing out on feeling normal. All of this created an invisible wall between me and my peers. I didn't have trendy shoes, a cool bag, or anything remotely trendy. And if you don't have the social starter pack as a kid, congratulations, you're now invisible. Over time, I became the quiet, awkward kid who just couldn't fit in. And let's be real, weird, quiet kids are total bully magnets. It's basically a universal law. Thanks, bullies. Character development unlocked. Each awkward silence, every mean comment, every moment of invisibility, it all spiraled into a pit of self-doubt, and climbing out feels impossible when you're too young to understand what's happening. But thank God, I had a few friends who stuck by me. They didn't care about my cheap bag or my awkwardness. They just saw me. I kept gaslighting myself. This isn't the real you. You're worth more than your circumstances. It wasn't easy, but believing, even a little, was the first step. Fast forward to today, I'm 27 and I've turned those struggles into fuel. My first job paid me almost 3 times my dad's current salary, and it's the most he's ever earned in his life. And while he's still working at 67, because apparently retirement is for the rich, I'm proud to say I've helped ease some of the financial burden on our family. We're far from liberation, but life feels a little lighter now. Do I still struggle with self-doubt? 100%, but I'm learning to coexist with it, where every step forward is a victory. Looking back, I realize those hard times shaped me. They turned me into someone responsible, resilient, and maybe a little too good at saving money. Yes, I missed out on a lot, but I gained a perspective I wouldn't trade for anything. Okay, maybe I'd trade it for a few family vacations. Here's what I've learned. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Whatever you're facing, it's building you into someone stronger, someone who will one day look back and see how far you've come. Or at least turn it into a mildly amusing YouTube content. If this story hit you right in the feels, please give me a like and drop a comment if you share a similar experience. And if you're curious about why I use an avatar and AI voiceover instead of putting myself in front of the camera, watch this video.